past my girl. You're such a blessing, girl. Would I for the rest of my life? A blessing, girl. A blessing, blessing. You're such a blessing, girl.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Russhana.love, and I'm back at it again with another video. This is gonna be a tutorial on how I did this sleek, laid, high frontal ponytail on my client. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to become part of the love gang, period. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going around and flat ironing her whole head bone straight. Now for my ponytails, I like my client's hair to be very straight because I don't want to see any curls in a ponytail. This just is a no-no for me. I like my ponytails to just look flat and in one accord. I like every hair to lay in the same direction, and that's it. That's all, period. Now the first thing I go ahead and do is I part of the section in her hair, and this is going to be a section that resembles a circle, and I do this just to mark out where the ponytail is going to lay, and this is going to be the very first section of the ponytail. After I get the ponytail in a place that the client wants it to be, in a place that it would look good being, I'm gonna take my gossip glue spray and begin spraying that around the perimeter of the ponytail and inside the ponytail so that it lays flat. Gossip glue spray is what I'm going to be using for the whole hairstyle. This actually makes the hairstyle. I use gossip glue spray on all my clients because it doesn't make the hair curl up at all. So far, all my clients that I've had, every time I use gossip glue spray, it has never made anyone's hair curl up. That's why I use it. If I would use jam, some people's hair will curl up while some people's hair wouldn't. So just something that could be used for all hair textures, I use the gossip glue spray. And really for the whole entire hairstyle, what I'm doing, I'm just taking the spray, spraying it on the section, then blow drying this flat. The key to this hairstyle is patience, because the smaller you take the sections and the longer you let each section dry, the more sleek the ponytail will look. Honestly, I'm an impatient person. I don't know what's the correct word, but I'm not so patient, and I like to take bigger sections, and I can do that because I kind of know what I'm doing, and I already have it down pat, so I don't really take small sections, because once you spray the entire section with gossip glue spray and really saturate it, it's gonna lay flat. But if you're a beginner and you're not really sure what to do, I would definitely recommend you take smaller sections just to begin with, and once you get the groove of it, you can take bigger sections and your ponytail will still be flat. This whole process is kind of repetitive, and some parts are cut out because my camera kept overheating, and that's so annoying. I hate when that happens. But for the most part, it is enough content in this video if you guys understand what I'm doing. So keep on watching. I'm going to speak to you guys some more when I'm doing something different. In doing a high ponytail, the back section is definitely going to be a section that takes the longest, because once you get to the front, there's not much hair to sleek up, because the front section will be kind of smaller than the back section. Now when it came to the front, it's time-lapse because I didn't spend much time into making sure the front was laid and sleek, because of the fact that I was going to be doing a frontal ponytail, so it wasn't going to be showing either way. I would recommend frontal ponytails for people with natural hair and want that really sleek look, because even if you flat iron your hair bone straight, the ponytail is going to be laid, but it may not be laid to how you want it. So frontal ponytails are 10 out of 10. I would recommend it, and if you know what you're doing, then you should do a frontal ponytail yourself. If not, go to someone that knows what they're doing, because is really hard. Well, not really hard, but in order to make a frontal ponytail look quote-unquote natural, you have to know what you're doing and have a good understanding on how to pluck and install a lace frontal. But I'm not saying don't try it on yourself if you don't know what you're doing, because it can definitely be done on yourself. Just watch a couple YouTube videos. You can watch my tutorial on how to pluck, and trust me, baby girl, you're gonna get it. So don't even let me discourage you. I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but it just will take some practice and time to understand what to do. Now I'm going to do a ball cap, put the wig cap on, put some foundation, and then I'm going to put some glue on the lace to glue it down. Next, I'm going to sew the back of the frontal and the cap down. And you don't really have to sew anything down, but I would recommend that you do it. If I'm doing a frontal ponytail myself, I wouldn't sew anything down because I just don't have to. By the way, this is a beauty supply store frontal, and this frontal was the bomb, okay? Do not sleep on beauty supply store frontals because there's some really great ones. You don't have to get no thick one, but there are some HD lace frontals from the beauty supply store, so y'all better get on that, really though. Anyway, so for this frontal ponytail, I had to cut off some of the hair, and I hate doing this because most of the times when I pluck a frontal, I only pluck like an inch back, an inch and a half back, because I don't want to pluck out all the hair from the frontal, because then that will be really unnecessary and it would lessen the amount of time your client has to reuse their frontal. So I don't like to pluck too far back. But for this specific hairstyle, I had to, because for some reason when I was laying the frontal on her hair, it was like buckling up if I would put it back more. So I just had to put it a little forward and then part out some of the hair and cut that part off. But for the most part, it was pretty fine. I did have to pluck a little bit more because remember, as I said before, I pluck a certain section, and once that section is gone, behind it will be the less pluck part. So yeah, I didn't have to really pluck much off. And by the way, as I cut, I'm cutting in a zigzag motion, and this is really important to getting your frontal to look really natural, because you don't want to cut straight across because then it will be really obvious. Like the line of demarcation will be really obvious. It will be standing out OD, and you do not want that. So therefore you will cut in a zigzag motion. Now I'm going in with my Bowl Tool Active, and I placed 3 layers of glue onto her hair. Not her hair, onto the ball cap and some of her skin as well, to begin gluing it down. And next I'm going to start placing the frontal down. And you want to start placing the frontal when the majority of it is clear. But if there are still some white sections, then it's fine, because I do not like to start placing my frontal down when it's completely clear, because when it's completely clear, that means it's like 95% dry, and it will be less likely to stick down how it's supposed to. So therefore I start gluing down when it's majority white, when the majority of it is clear but some parts may be white, and that's okay, because honestly it will clear up once you melt it down. So don't even worry and don't trip if you glue it down when it's still white. You don't want it to be majority of it white. If it's a little white, then fine, but don't glue it down when it's like all white. No, don't do that. That's not what I'm saying to do. Glue it down when the majority of it is clear but a little bit is white. I like to reiterate what I'm saying, because I want to make sure that it's clear what I'm doing, and I want to make sure that my methods are clear as well. And what you guys saw me doing was going back in and placing glue on places that were not glued down properly. Next, it's time for it to melt down into her skin, and to do this, what I use is Got To Be Glue spray and the Wig Dealer melting spray. Then I'll take my elastic band that is used for making wigs, and if you want to buy these, you can type in elastic bands made for using wigs, or ask a beauty supply store person for them, and they'll know what you're talking about. Next, I'm going to take my Lustrous Renew Shears wax stick and put that on the perimeter of her frontal, and I'm going to take my hot comb to flatten that out. what I'm not doing is taking some more Got2b glue spray and spraying that on the perimeter of the hairline, then combing it out, and I'm going to begin to blow dry. And this is the exact same thing that I was doing with her natural hair that I'm doing with the frontal now. And you want to make sure that all the hairs are in place and laid how it's supposed to be before you start blow drying, because what the freak, that's a motorcycle outside. If you guys heard that noise in the background, hope you guys didn't, but it's so annoying because my block is like really busy. But yeah, so you want to comb it out as flat as possible, and then you're going to want to begin blow drying. Spraying again, combing again, blow drying again. Ponytails are so repetitive, and if you do ponytails a lot, then you're gonna go through a lot of cans of Got2b glue spray. But it's a good thing they're not really expensive, and I feel like you could order like a bulk of it from Amazon for not that much money, and you're gonna make back that money with a profit if you charge a decent amount for ponytails. Next, I'm going to do in the baby hairs with some mousse, and I'm using the Lotta Body foaming lotion, or Lotta Body mousse, not exactly what's the name of it. And I'm also using this comb that has like really small, what do you call those things in a comb? Like it has like small spaces in it, I don't know what to call them. And I was doing baby hairs with mousse for a while, but I stopped because I just felt like it just, I don't know, I like how the Got2b glue, I like how the Got2b glued gel gives, I like the effect it gives me, but I also like the effect the mousse gives me. So I'm like kind of juggling between two methods right now, but I'll figure it out really soon. And for the mousse, you have to work really fast doing it. That's another reason why I prefer to use the Got2b glue spray, Got2b glue gel, because I don't have to like really move really fast, because if you move too slow with this, the lace is gonna start lifting, sis, and nobody got time for no lace to be lifting. And after that was done, I tied it down with some wax strips, and now I'm just placing the ponytail on. This part is sped up because I wasn't doing like, I don't know, so it wasn't a good example of what to do for a ponytail, and I'm gonna have more ponytail tutorials on my channel, so don't even worry. That's why it was like really time-lapsed and stuff, because it just wasn't a good tutorial on how to do a ponytail. That's why I didn't put it in. Next, when it's done, I'm gonna just comb out the baby hair so that it is not too stiff, but not stiff. I'm gonna just comb it out so that it just looks fuller. Now I'm gonna just razor them out so it's shorter and it looks more natural. And I'm also gonna pluck some more hair out. I'm not sure if I showed that, but you want to pluck some hair out because you don't want no baby hairs to look too dramatic. Well, you don't want it to look too thick. You want it to be there, but don't overdo it and make it look too thick. So now I'm just trying to form it how I want it to. And that's really it for the video, guys. Like, this hairstyle was really nice to do. I think this was like my first time doing a frontal ponytail on a client, because most of the time I do frontal ponytails on myself, but I never did a frontal ponytail on a client before. It came out really cute. And this was actually inspired by Arrogant Tay, but that's a huge name to live up to, so I'm not even gonna put that in the title because, listen sis, I don't got time for anybody to come for me, okay? But yeah, she did send me a picture of a frontal ponytail that Arrogant Tay did on Jada, and that's the look she was going for. And it was kind of close, but it's not no Arrogant Tay slay, okay? Because Arrogant Tay is the GOAT, and nobody can change my mind about it. I haven't seen, like, Arrogant Tay is just so talented. Like, it's not just the way the lace lays, it's the styling and the coloring that he does that makes him the GOAT. Also with the laid frontals as well, but it's the fact that he could, because there's a lot of people that can lay frontals, but can they style like Frontal Tay? What the freak, Frontal Tay? But can they style like Arrogant Tay? Okay. But yeah, this was kind of inspired by Arrogant Tay, but don't even this does not look like hairspray. This is not inspired by him. Save it, okay? I'm just playing, guys. I'm just a joker. I like joking and I like talking, so that's why I ramble so much in my videos. And I'm doing the other side, but you guys can't see, so I don't even know why I have the camera like that. Honestly, guys, when I have clients, I'm just focused on trying to finish their hair and not really fudge it with the camera, because nobody wants to get their hair done and people are fidgeting with cameras. That's annoying. I will be annoyed. But yeah, this is the ending product. It looks super cute. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. You guys can leave some video suggestions that you guys want to see in the description box down. Oh my god, in the comments down below, and I'll definitely do them. See you guys in my next video. Period.